Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the annex section of Euston Wall. Today I'm going to be climbing light again, obviously. I think the main thing I learned from last session is obviously not being too many dynamic moves in my climbing at the minute. So certainly not to my left hand. Any dynos up to the left where I'm pulling hard with my body weight through that. Not a good idea. But aside from that, I'm going to just try pretty much everything in here. Thankfully in the annex section, nothing really is ever above a V6. So should be, yeah, I might try some V6s, we'll see how the finger feels, but yeah, I'm just going to basically talk out loud like I did in the last session, go through what I'm thinking on the routes, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. That was a cool set, that one. Nice and technical V2. Okay, I'm going to move into some harder grades now. So, move on to this V4 Wasp. Very much my style, obviously. As you can tell from the holds, nice and crimpy. Not loads to hold on to, but it's pretty much the same story all the way up. A couple of holds down here. And then, yeah, just crimps all the way. Very much my style. Probably won't really need to read this route, I don't think. So, see how it goes. More challenging than I thought, to be honest, but good fun. Okay, gonna move on to this V3 now. Quite a cool looking set, two hand start on the volume, likely be on these two holds here. And then there's a big foot down the bottom, another one here, and then these big kind of in-cut slopers, if you like, leading up the wall to this undercling. There's a little hold on here as well on the volume, and then that's the second last hold and the last hold at the top, which looks slightly blocked but not really too badly. So what I'm thinking on this route, it's quite simple for the most part, a nice easy moves across to here, and then for me I think the crux is going to be coming into this hold. Obviously what I need to do is shift my body weight and my hips across this way and catch that in the undercling. So I'm going to probably put my left foot on this, drop the knee in, and then that'll allow me to get closer to the wall and catch this hold. Then I can drive my hips up so I can pick it up in the undercling, and then I should be able to go straight up to that hold, match that from there, change feet, and then up to the last. Pretty much as I read it. I went up to that hold a little bit differently. It was more with the right hand. I hadn't got my left foot up straight away. But yeah, I did change the left foot quite quickly to come into the undercling and get my feet high and pull into that, so it was a lot easier to hold on to. Okay, gonna move on to what looks like quite a tricky V5. Starts down here, one hand on this, undercling crimp, and then left hand on this one here. And there's a volume as well, obviously for your feet, And there's an undercling for the right hand here, and a little Gaston-y hold up here for the left, and another crimp here, a very small crimp on the volume, a little side pull out to the left, and then up to the top hold up there as well. So reading this can be quite key. Okay, so I'm just going to talk through reading the root on this one. Both of these are underclinging holds to start with, and I'm going to go with my left hand to this hold. Reason being, this one's another undercling, which is much harder to catch, and this one's down pulling. So I want to go up my left hand first to here, even though this one's a little bit lower. So I'm going to start with left foot on, right foot flagging. It's going to make that much easier to lock into a good position and be balanced coming up to here. Then I can walk my foot up and take this in the undercling. I can then go up with the left hand, probably go right foot onto this, up into the Gaston on the volume, and then put my left foot onto here, shift my hips across all the way over this, up with the left hand, and then from there I can go up to the last. Yeah, it's far from clean, but I did what I wanted to do, so pretty happy that I read that quite well. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to this V4 now. Really my least favourite holes are these. These feet are just horrible, massive slopey things. They look all right, but they've just got no friction, it feels like. So starts with one hand on here and one hand on this big undercling. And then it goes up to a Gaston up on here. There's a foot chip just there and another one just there. And then there's this big panel crimp again. And then a side pull is the second last hold before going up to the last hold there. Okay, so the way I'm reading this, left hand kind of pressing down and then right hand on this undercling. I think I'm going to start left foot, makes the most sense in my mind from the ground. Left foot on here, right foot flagging on the wall, pushing in, keeping me balanced to go up to the Gaston. It's going to be quite key that I catch it quite high, because obviously the best angle to pull the hold is kind of here, so my body needs to be high enough that I can lean into that at the best angle. I can then walk my foot up, pull into this position, and then reach across to that. Change my feet on this or get a higher foot, probably change on this I think, and then out on the right foot, and then match this hold, pulling into the side pull. And it's going to be quite hard to hold the swing by the looks of it, from how wide that hold is relative to my foot. So I might need to change to a left pretty sharp on that foothold, flag with the right, and then up to the last from there. Just messed up the foot swap. That was quite poor, that's a shame really. As soon as I got my left foot on that, that would have been fine, but I put my left foot down too soon and squashed my right foot so it couldn't come out, and I couldn't change. Should have flashed that, so that's pretty poor. Oh, fucking hell. That's more difficult than it looks, changing in that position. I'm normally quite good with foot swaps, but... Okay, so I've had a little think. I don't think I'm meant to change feet on this hold. Normally I'm good at changing feet, reason being I have at least one down pulling hold where I can take some weight off of my foot. On this one, there's two side pulling holds. So no matter what I do, there's always going to be a lot of weight going through my foot. So changing on that foothold is much harder. I've looked at using this, but it just feels like an awkward position. I've tried it on the wall before. I don't think that's going to be in the right place. What I think I'm going to do instead is when I get my right hand up to this hold, I'm going to get my left foot onto this hold in a kind of drop knee straight away like that. And that should give me enough tension to not fall off and also pull myself into the wall a bit more, ready to go up to the last. So that's what I'm going to do on this route. Oh, fuck. I didn't feel like I thought it was going to feel either. Okay, so that didn't work either, funnily enough. I just felt like when I brought my foot higher, my body just started to swing out. I mean, obviously this foothold is here for a reason. It feels really awkward to get to, but I might try to get to that with my left foot before I go up. Otherwise, I think I might just generate off the right. It's a good enough foothold. I might just push hard with the right foot, with the left foot kind of flagging on the side, and just pull up to the last. It looks like it's an in-cut enough hold to catch somewhat in a dead point, so that's what I'm going to try. Yeah, so I didn't actually use that in the end. Didn't feel like it was in a good position. As soon as I felt like I was going to bring my left foot up to that, I thought I was just going to swing off. So just went for it in the end, dead pointed to it, and that ended up being what worked for me. Whether that's how it's set or not, I don't know, but that's certainly what worked for me in the end. So good to get that one eventually. Okay, going to move on to this white V5 now. Interesting route, really cool looking. Two little foot chips down here, a little foot chip on here as well, and starting with two hands on the volume. And it's using the volumes all the way up, so this one here is going to be key, and this one. And then there's some foot chips here, just on the wall. Another volume up here with a hold in it. Quite nicely in-cut, that one. Tiny little crimp up into a bigger sloper. And then there's another hold before what looks like a jug at the end, at the top. Okay, so whilst I was falling off of this V4 quite a few times, Tony and a couple of other guys in the gym have been working on this white V5. And yeah, I said to Tony a couple of things in this position, which I'm going to talk through. But yeah, the way I'm reading the route here is to start obviously two hands, left foot, right foot, come up to this first, then put my right foot on, up to this hold. And then it's going to be quite a big move up to this. I want to get my left foot onto here. And what I spoke to Tony about is getting a lot of tension going in this direction with his feet. So right foot on this, left foot on this one. And I want to push perpendicular to the hold. So I want to be pushing in this way with my right foot, and then in the opposite direction with my left foot in this way. I can then get my hand up and go more statically from that drop knee position up to the crimp and then bump to the sloper. From there I can take my right foot off, get my right foot up to the left hand, foot up here, up to the right hold. So that's the plan. But yeah, keys is really pushing tension wise into here and also pushing my hips into the wall a bit as well. That's the plan. Nice, Tony. Strong, man, come on. That's it, lock it in and push hard, come on. Yes, come on, man. Come on, Tony, yes. There you go. That's it, man. Oh my God. Yeah. So I didn't actually do it the way I told Tony to do it then, but yeah, it felt more comfortable. I think it's my flexibility again, shock. Couldn't really get my knee in position on this, so ended up flagging on this side instead. Got my weight across from there, and then yeah, did it statically that way. But yeah, glad to get that one done. Cheers guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and try this V6 black now. It's quite a high start, foot hold here, one on the volume, there's another one here, but you start with two hands on this big slopey undercling. And then there is a nice looking foot here, and it needs to be nice. Get up to this kind of blocked crimp with the right hand, and I'm kind of debating whether I actually try this or not, because it's quite a big dynamic move up to a left catch where you're putting all the force through your left hand, and that's why this foothold's so key, to keep your tension, to stop you swinging out. I'm kind of debating whether I'm going to try this or not, but I'm leaning towards trying it, having said I wouldn't. And then it's up to a side pull Gaston with the right hand before the last hold on here, and there's a little foot on the volume there to support as well. But yeah, I'll give it one go, and if it feels a bit sketchy for my hand, I'll probably stop, but yeah, see how it feels the first time. How do you even start this? Is it like a running start?
I think it's meant to be, but then how would you feel about starting?
Kind of makes sense that it was. Just got to place that left foot a bit more precisely. Oh, I don't like that move. Don't like that with my finger. Well, yeah, exactly, and it's quite small, and if I catch it not with these fingers, but I catch it with these, because I miss it a bit, that could be trouble. I might give it one more go and see. Whoa, that's a big move. Just don't think it's really worth me trying that. It's quite a lot mental as well, because I'm constantly thinking if I miss, fingers kind of going to get damaged doing this. So I actually don't think I'm going to try this one anymore today. I would love to, but I think it's just a bit silly. It's not worth the risk. Got an important game this weekend, so definitely don't want to fuck up my finger anymore before I try that. Before I play that, sorry. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, it really helps me out a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video. Most importantly, as always, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next one.